There are thousands of DOS games. Most of them are terrible. I play one selected at random with a 20-minute time limit and record it live. This is the result. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to an Activision game, back when Activision were good, and another random DOS game show. This is Power Drift. I love saying names like that. Overdrive, Power Drift, and so on. So, we have a scrolling thing at the top, which is picking the driver for us, I believe. We've got some MT32 sound, but unfortunately, used to see it on a cabinet back in my hometown, and this is a PC conversion, and you may be looking at the graphics and the general sound and thinking, yeah, this is alright. And I shall explain to you why this is not alright. In fact, you probably won't need it explained to you. Let's just play a track. And you'll see within a few seconds.
3, 2,
okay,
1,
got a nice little countdown, and away we go. And you're thinking, okay, that's not too bad. Oh dear. So we're in low gear at the minute, and the PC speaker is absolutely mauling the engine sound. But what happens when we shift into high gear? Oh yes! That's right, you have a single PC speaker note just blaring in the middle, constantly, drowning out everything else, including my voice if I don't turn this up. So the goal of Power Drift is to control this little buggy thing with only 2 gears, low gear and high gear, and you have to make it to the first 2 positions, I believe, top 2, by the end of the track in order to qualify. I think I think it's more track, or maybe the next track, I'm not sure. Oh, I've run into trees. That's no good. But as a burning rubber expert, I can easily get back up in the field. Look at that. Back we go to 5th, into 4th, and I'm not talking about gears, folks, I'm talking about positions. Unfortunately, well, you see the problem. Not that it's a bad conversion graphics-wise, it's just that the sound... Actually, you know what? When I turn to the left, there's a slight graphics glitch in certain places. Yeah, there's a slight graphics glitch when I turn to the left. Just to the top right of the model.
Congratulations.
And there we go, we qualified second, just about. Okay, so presumably that'll take us to the next stage of the
3,
same race.
2,
Yes.
1, go!
Go! Right, let's boost up into high, get past these boys. Oh, they're a bit more difficult this time. They've seen me in the first stage and they're like, hold on a second, this Lawnie guy knows how to play these sorts of games. This isn't a puzzle game, it's a racer with the arrow keys. He's okay at that. Not only is he just okay, he's in first position as things zoom by. And it's similar to sort of Outrun and stuff like that, but it's not a time trial. It's more a, can you race and get in the top 2? And the answer is probably yes. It's okay for what it is. The problem, and the problem that I cannot forgive it for, is when the developers had MT32 support, they decided to have the MT32 play the music and not the engine. They had the engine with PC speaker, which is a shame. I know the MT32 device can't play the engine and the music simultaneously very well, but you could have had some sort of low-level note, or you could have just cut out the music, or you could have just had 2 devices, you know, like June did, have Sound Blaster for the engine, and then had MT32 for the music. As a bit of a music nerd, it's really frustrating, and look at this, I'm lapping people! Get out of my way! Yeah. It's a real shame, but it means that I would definitely suggest you play this game on another console or something, or even, you know, on the arcade version. And there we go. First, in the second stage. Thank you very much. And I'll just pause this here and talk about Power Drift. So what is Power Drift? It's a third-person arcade conversion of a Sega classic from the late 80s. You drive along a series of tracks and try and get through various stages. You only have low and high gear to worry yourself about by hitting the spacebar. The arrow keys are very intuitive. The tracks are very easy to run through. It reminds me a little of Lotus. It reminds me a little of Outrun. It's okay, but unfortunately the conversion's sound is just so lacking. And it's a real shame. Whoever decided to have the PC speaker do the engine noises, shame on you. And I checked the Sound Blaster version as well, same problem. I don't know if there's an alternate version that may have a different sound setup, but if there is, I would highly suggest going for that instead. But overall, I would definitely play the original rather than a conversion. And if you like me talking about random DOS games, I do it all the time. Feel free to take a look at the hundreds of other videos on the channel, and if you like what you see, you can always subscribe. And if you can power your way through to the top 2, you're probably one of the greatest members of my channel. Look at those great names. Great folk. So yeah, this is disappointing because the actual game is okay. It's just that I can't put up with the sound. Oh well. Swing and a miss. Until next time.